कहिए सतगुरु सतनाम सत साहिब जी, सतगुरु सतनाम सत साहिब जी, सतगुरु सतनाम सत साहिब जी। बोल सतगुरुदेव महाराज की जय, सतगुरुदेव महाराज की जय, सतगुरुदेव महाराज की जय। आज के सत्संग के आनंद की जय, आज के सत्संग के आनंद की जय, आज के सत्संग के आनंद की जय। So all the Hansa of three loks, Paramhansa of Satlok and Satpurushji of Satlok, I bow my head before your good self for your benediction, love and grace. So today my topic is Truth Alone Trumps. Truth alone trumps. So that is the topic of the day on which I am going to throw some light with the due grace and blessing of Satpurush. It is He who gives me everything, and I put forth before you as a mic. I am nothing more than a mic. I am a mere speck on this planet. But at the same moment, whatsoever Satpurush has given to me is not given to anyone on this planet at present. It is only me, this Venam, Gadabhai, Galam, Behum, who is sitting before you, is interested with alive holy name from his own surti to mine surti, and by his directions I am sitting before you to say something as per his guidance and instructions. Truth, love and joy, they all work together. They cannot be separated. That's why we call Trinity of Liberation. These three are Trinity of Liberation from bondage through peace. Without peace, we can't be liberated. Every country has a border. There is a border line which separates the two countries, and that is also known as peace line of demarcation to maintain peace. That nobody else can cross this or that line. So this is also there, well within your body. We too have a peace zone, but we all are unaware of that. For spiritualism, your naval base acts as a 0 point. Naval base is the whole functional unit which separates mind, body, and surti. If you have to concentrate, if you have to move towards nirvana, moksha, with due alive holy name with you from true and real Satguru, so you have to move from navel base to upward direction. Whereas from navel base to downward direction, mind and body function. But at the same time, there is upper unit also. That is your brain, which is a functional unit of mind and body. and it has least concern with Hansa in attaining permanent salvation from this planet. So you have to be very cautious and careful. सत्य प्रेम आनंद सोई जो विन से नहीं, सत्य प्रेम एंड आनंद सोई जो विन से नहीं, समय काल सु लेन न देन, हर काल में एक ही जान, which has no link with time and space. If anything, you have to put on test, you have to see whether it contains truth, whether it contains love, whether it contains joy. So this Trinity is the touchstone of any action within your body. I may make it clear to you, nobody on this planet is or can live in the present without my word with you. Without initiation of my word as preceptor to you. So please be careful. These three leads to reality unknown to human beings on this planet. These three lead to reality. If you have to see the reality in any phase of your life, you have to see whether you are following these three or not. Whether you are moving towards truth, automatically love is there, joy is there. But you have to move towards that direction. Because I am talking of one who was present when there was no creation. I am talking about Satpurush, who is unknown to the masses of this planet. They are purely in the know of this God, Allah, Ishwar, Tero Naam, Sabko Summati De Bhagwan. This God is mind. He has got no connection or link with soul. Rather, he is making full use of soul. Without soul, mind and body can't do any activity. Whereas soul can do all the activities itself. Soul doesn't require mind and body, but mind and body do require soul. So when this whole universe was not there, Satlok, Amarlok, Begumlok, Satpurush was already there, or even here. Everywhere there was Satpurush and Satpurush. So before the existence of this universe, Satpurush was there. He is there and he will be there. This earth, making and breaking of this earth is going on. Coming and annihilation, both are going on. But there is no death, destruction, any sorrow, suffering, wishes, desires, jealousy, ego, prejudice in Satguru. I am one who is visiting and has been visiting Amarlok Satpurus. As per the direction of Satpurus, I am insignificant. He selected me. I don't know for what. What he saw in me, it is up to him. Whereas I am very insignificant person on this planet. I am valueless. I have no existence at all. But he has selected me. Just like an army person who goes to the army and he said, I went simply to see whether I can be selected or not. And when I got selected, I was wonderstruck how it all happened. And one day he became colonel in the army. So my dear friends, always follow the path of truth. But without this alive holy name, you can't follow that path. Without hammer, tongue, and anvil, you can't do this work of your own self. This tongue, hammer, and anvil is needed in every sphere of life. So, Satpurush is living before creation and after annihilation of this universe. He is immortal. He was immortal, he is immortal and remain immortal. Similar is the case of this segment of we are. We all on this planet are Hansas. We are his segments. We have the same quality as our father has. A newborn child has the same quality as a father, mother, grandfather, grandmother. So, percentage varies. The percentage of parents is very high and grandparents is less, and then it follows up to the animal stage. He is immortal and never attains the endless cycle of life and death. He is free from life cycle. He has no connection to be on the earth or away from the earth, to have in the womb or not in the womb. He never comes in the womb. Satpurush never comes in the womb. That is the tragedy with the human beings. Some people who are very much confused and they have forgotten Satpurush and they are paying full or giving full credit to Kabir Sahib. Kabir Sahib is a saint like me. He too came like me on this planet. He too got the word from Satpurush. He got one and this Venam has got two. He came with Sar Sabad. I came with Sar Sabad and Surat Sabad. According to the time and need of the time, one is given. Likewise. So I give to my sadhaks, my disciples too. He had given one. Why two and why one? It is known to Satpurush. I have nothing to say about that. Why two and why not? Satpurush is himself Amarlok. Amarlok is not separate from him. He himself is the identity of Amarlok. Sometimes he appears as Satpurush and sometimes he vanishes, disappears in Satpurush. I have seen myself. I saw his presence, I saw his absence at the same moment. The moment I went there, he appeared. The moment I was about to come back, he disappeared. Well before me, he disappeared. So you have to be very cautious. He is immortal. Amar Lok is. He is far behind from the limits of these three loves, mind and body. He has got no link with mind and body. Though these things have been given by him, they are two various parts. I am not going to say they were not his parts. Mind was the fifth son of Satpurush. Maya, Ad Shakti, is the daughter of Satpurush. So why can say they are separate? They too are functioning with due collaboration of Satpurush. Whenever need arises, Ad Shakti directly talks with Satpurush to get the information and knowledge, as I do. I am fully in touch with Satpurush. Rather, he comes to me almost every day, 3 to 4 times in a day. Time is not fixed, it is up to him. It is up to his time schedule. When he is available for me, he comes. To just console me, to just infuse new spirit in me. Please don't worry, I am with you. Because I am all alone on this planet. I have got no link with anybody. But at the same moment, I love all on this planet. My love is for all. All are as good as myself. I am no way greater than any Hansa on this planet. Don't consider me superior to you. I am as good as you. Simply I am performing duty. I have the same nose as you have got. I have the same 2 eyes as you have got. I have the same mouth as you have got. I have got 2 arms like you. I have got 2 feet like you. What is the difference? No difference. Difference is only one, that he has decided that he should work like this, and I am performing. He is interested some duty to me. I am performing according to his direction. So he is away from these three laws. He doesn't have any link. But when need arises, he comes to their rescue. As he comes to my rescue, he comes to the rescue of God also, to the rescue of Ad Shakti also. He is truth, love, and joy. So he is Trinity. So any religion that has to exist should be based on these three. There should be truth, there should be love, there should be joy, Anand, which are universal and never to perish under any condition. These three can never die. They can't be made to vanish. They can't be made to extinguish. They can't be fragmented in any way, because we are the combination of this Trinity. Our soul possesses all these three qualities. Satpurush possesses all these three qualities. But we are in the clutches of mind. Mind directly doesn't allow us to be these three. It is his duty. That is the game plan on this planet, and you have to realize. So there is no religion at par with the Trinity of Sat Prem Anand. That is truth, love, and joy. So the only religion that should exist on the planet should be based on truth, love, and joy. What for these religions? They are source of enmity. They are source of fight with each other. These are the source of spread rumors among all. So this is what God has done on this planet. He has divided all the answers into segments. That is, go on fighting, and I'll watch. Just as three wrestlers, they fight and the people enjoy outside. And they pay for that, for their entertainment. And they fight because they have to get money out of that. They fight tooth and nail with each other. They don't show any mercy at that very moment, even when they are brothers. I have seen brothers also fight. But in the field, in the ring, there is no relation, or that is the truth. Truth means only truth. But it has one unit, very important. I'll come to it. Just no, wait for some time. I'm moving systematically. Accept this Trinity, all that we are seeing, listening, believing, reading and writing, and experiencing are our senses. These are all your 10 senses, including 4. That's your intellect, that's your memory, that's your action, that's your mind. The 4 are also senses. They are including in that. Orders are moving from one to another. All are in collaboration. These senses are also in collaboration, but they are not under the control of mind. These 10 senses work independently, very strong. They say to mind, okay, you stay at your own place. Don't interfere in our work. We are performing our duty nicely. Don't interfere. So you have to be very careful. In due course of time and space is sure to vanish once for all. These senses, this intellect, they will shift to next body. Because when a person dies, I have put questions I'll go on answering. I'm writing the answers of all those questions put forth before you by my sadhaks. So I will elaborate each and every aspect of those questions. Don't worry about that. I'll go on writing other questions of yours also and will go on answering. So my idea is not idea but truth. Everything in this universe remains intact. Nobody dies. No death takes place on this planet, and never any death has occurred. It is simply transmigration of all the elements and souls to their parent bodies. For example, this body is made up of 5 elements. I am giving you one answer of this. This includes 5. When you lit or provide fire to it or you put it in the grave, this start decaying. And within a short span of time, say a year or 2, when you burn it, it vanishes within no time. That means every element joins to the parent elements. Earth joined to the earth. You throw it into Ganges or in any river, in Chenab, as you like. So it goes into the valleys for your productive land. Your water goes to water, becomes cloud. Your fire joins with the fire, and air with the air. And sky again goes to the next body, and soul goes to the next body. Who is dying? It is simply your relations that are broken. New relations are going to be established and all are forsaken. Only this thing has happened. And you weep, you cry because of your own benefits and losses. Your own benefits and losses make you to cry. Otherwise, we are not losing anything. And if you have got alive holy name of mine with you, your soul will join with the super soul. No life and death on this planet. So only one Satguru comes on the planet who can liberate you, who can make you to know thyself, who can make you to live in the present. That is why I am talking or giving you these sermons every day. How hard work I am putting for you. You can't realize. My every single minute is very precious. I utilize it in the real sense. I don't make any sort of delusion in your minds regarding my own identity. I am selfless worker of Satguru. I am a true soldier of Satguru. I am performing my duty. And for that, he is paying me the due dividends. He always remains in touch with me. He makes me to awake and perform the work. Why are you sleeping? I sleep for a very, very short time, just like a nap. So please be vigilant. Accept this Trinity, all that we are seeing, listening, believing, reading, and writing, and experiencing, sensing is due course of time and space, is sure to vanish and live. It has to vanish and perish forever. One day everything will vanish, but Amarlok, Satlok will live forever. So, do you want to go there at that very moment, at the time of annihilation of the whole universe, and no creation will take place? Till then, you want to live on this planet. If you are interested to live now, join me, come to me, meet me. I am a source of liberation on this planet. Today and onwards, I will continue this topic. It is not a small topic, and you will know where are you, where are you standing, where are other gurus standing on this earth. What is their significance? Today, if they are not listening to me, tomorrow they will listen to me. Every one, whosoever great he is, he will listen to my sermons. He will pay due attention towards my sermons. He can't ignore my saying on this planet. Every mobile of the universe is picking up whatsoever I am speaking. Every word that coming out from this mic is of Satpurush. It is not of mine. Take it into your Surti. I am not talking of heart. Surti is the most important gradient of yours. Our ideology of Satmat, Santmat, true bhakti put forth the importance of the perfect and true spiritual master who is sitting before you, Venam, of the present time is the only one who has been blessed, real, alive, holy name from Satpurush. Whatsoever I am giving to you doesn't belong to me. It belongs to Satpurush, your father, mine father. I am simply making you to awake from your deep slumber. You are in illusion, completely in illusion, not in a wakeful state. You are in a dream state. You are full of illusions, That is why you are not listening to me. You are not getting anything from anybody except Satguru on this planet. Nobody else on this planet can give you anything. You will get whatsoever you will sow, you will reap the same. It is Karam Bhumi. It is Kurkshetra, a fight between good and evil forces, always going on, always in you, in every human being. There is a field of Kurkshetra, and your whole inner universe is a playground, not the outer, your inner itself. So when I'll make completion of this topic of mine that I am speaking, you will be wonderstruck. One day I'll speak in English and one day in Hindi. Whatsoever I am giving you today in English, tomorrow I'll give you the same in Hindi, in Urdu. So be vigilant. So it is the time to have a alive holy name from me. At a time 500 years back, Kabir ji had come with the same name, same dat, same word from Satpurush. And after the lapse of 550 years, this Venam has been sent from Satlok. I am not from these three loks because I have left this body so many times for Satlok. But each time I have been put back into the same body. I could have come in another body, but it is all up to Satpurush to provide me anybody he likes. So, this bodiless, alive, holy name is being possessed by me and nobody else on this planet. Nobody else on this planet possesses this alive, holy name. Because Satpurush picks up only one personality from this planet with the due collaboration of God. This work is not done in isolation. God remained watchful throughout my life. No, I am visualizing. He was putting me in trouble and bringing me back from the trouble, in trouble and back to. I was tossing between good and bad. I was not kept permanently in one way. I was swaying in one way and the other way. So let me come to your happiness and sadness. What is it? You always talk of this. Happiness is the state of mind, and joy is the state of surti. Your happiness is outcome of mind. So it is delusion. As I will proceed ahead now, you will see miracles in my sermons. And you will yourself write a book. I am giving in YouTube. Write a book yourself. Whatsoever I am presenting before you. I am making point by point and moving ahead. I don't talk haphazardly. I always move stepwise. So I said happiness is the state of mind and joy is the state of surti. Happiness is related to past and future, is a test of it, whereas joy is outcome of surti and is related to the present moment in which we are absorbed completely. So your happiness is the outcome of mind. Mind always deludes you. puts you away from Surti. He never allows you to move towards Surti. He never allows you to have a taste of joy, taste of truth, taste of love. He provides you artificial love. He provides you artificial happiness. Just as let me mention one thing before you. I have read about William Wordsworth, Coleridge, Tennyson, all these poets. William Wordsworth was extrovert. Every blade of grass was a universal love for him. Whenever he used to see anything, a waterfall, a river, a stone, a fruit tree, he got exalted. They were moving in Trinity. Coleridge, William Wordsworth, and Dorothy, sister of William Wordsworth. And Coleridge was in love with her. Both these friends were different in nature. William Wordsworth engrossed with the external world, and Coleridge used to say him, "Look, my friend." They never fought regarding ideas and ideology. Everyone was living according to his own ideology, but still they used to move together. Still there was unity between these three. But at a later stage they separated. Because a person who moves inward and a person who moves outward, they are quite away from each other. One is tracing an angle of 360 degree and other has traced 360 degree and he is at zero. What sort of difference? There is a sea of difference between the two. William Wordsworth was a great poet, I do agree. But if I would have been teaching English to my students, they would have wonderstruck. The reality is known only to saints. These professors who are teaching these subjects, they don't know themselves what is internal and what is external. So they can make true explanation of these two points. And third one also. One was so engrossed inwardly that he used to see himself the most beautiful person on this earth. He used to say, if you want to love, love yourself. Why to go somewhere else? You yourself is sufficient for your own love. He used to sit before the mirror to appreciate his own self, to see the goodness in his own self, penetrate into his own self. So, certain things are to be taught by saints, Satgurus. They are not the subjects of professors. But anyway, they have to. Sometimes they fail to understand what I used to write. Once my paper went to the head of the Department of English. He gave me only pass marks. Whereas all the notes that I had prepared, I had given to one of the professor. He was from outside state. He talked before all the students of English. I was private student. I was not a regular student. I did my MA in English as private student. He said to his students, I have received notes from a student and he has written, still perhaps that copy might be lying with me. He never, students say that he never gave good to anybody. He was going up to satisfactory. But on my notes, he wrote excellent, very good, and the lowest was good. And in one question, he wrote a note, I couldn't understand you. And it was that type of answer he couldn't understand. And in that class, my cousin sister too was studying as a regular candidate. She was not in the know of that I have sent these notes to his professor. Then she asked him, what is the name of that student who has sent you the notes? He read out the name and then she said, he is my brother. And she said, okay, he is really very intelligent chap. So I may say to you, these things are not to be taught, they are imbibed within. If you are true, sincere devotee, God will automatically sit in you and perform the work. Don't say this God is not helping. He too is as good as Satpurush is, but you must be good. Don't be partial to be fully with Him. Don't be partial. Don't forget your real Father. He is our Father. So far as mind is concerned, mind is with us. That is why Krishna God, Lord Krishna has said, I am in each and every object. It is a fact but in the form of mind. He never mentioned that. He gave half truth, not full truth. And I also mentioned during the fight of Kurukshetra, he was tossing into past and future. Throughout the fight, what he was thinking, what sort of attitude, what sort of behavior, what sort of arrangement this Pandav should do to win the battle. He was never in the present because he was not in Surti. He was a perfect representative of mind. Perfect representative of God. He was incarnated as God. He was the replica of God. There is no doubt in it. I do agree. But God is Kal Niranjan, Kal Purush, and you have made him Satpurush. What a tragedy it is. If you don't know anything, be silent about that. That is the real philosophy. And let the person who has known. If somebody has not gone to Bombay and other has gone and other is silent, he is sitting, and the person who has not gone over there, he is describing the places and things of Mumbai or Calcutta or Delhi. I am sitting before you who has visited unlimited times to Satpurush. Sa is real self. Sa is real about. Sa is endless ocean of oceans of Surti from where we all Hansas have come. If I am the proof, I am the identity of Satpurush, I am making you to realize the truth. But truth is not attained without peace. I'll come to that. So we simply say truth, love, and joy, and we forget about the main gradient, which is peace. Two countries separate from each other. There is a peace land separating the two. Border line. Then there is a buffer zone which belongs to none. Both claim for that. And they remain as neutral part. There no patrolling is allowed from any side. So peace zone is always there. So there is also a peace zone in you. So through peace zone, you have to move towards truth. From peace zone, your country starts. Without peace zone, your existence is meaningless. So you have to be very cautious while dealing all these things. So happiness is divided into 6 segments. I have put forth this happiness into 5 segments. So first, happiness is due to social interaction. You meet with the masses, your relatives, your friends, and you try to attain the gratification of your wishes and desires. Any problem, you move to those persons with whom you interact, with whom you have got relations, with whom there is equation between you and them, and you sought their help and cooperation. That is the beginning of peace. That you talk to those, please, this is my case, please ponder over it and give me suggestion. And they say, okay, wait for some time and we'll talk on that topic. So first of all, this interaction takes place. Then we come to senses gratification through touch, taste, smell, sight, and hear. All your senses. If you have to eat anything, you have to ask your senses. If you have to select any fruit, vegetable, or anything, you have to take the help of your senses. You have to select flowers for some spiritual occasions. You have to go into the market, you say whether it is fresh or stale or this, and through these senses, through your emotions, you come to know that whether it is a thing to be purchased or not. So this gratification is through your senses. Then comes at the emotional level. Then comes social interaction. General type of masses with whom you contract, you speak, give your own lecture, you take your interaction of your own locality, of your own city, and like this. And this shows your affection, enthusiasm, patriotism, love. Some sort of reflection is made before them, just like politicians do. They interact with the masses. They perform all these actions. First of all, they talk 2, 4, 5% with them. They make a strategy and then move to the masses. They also take the due help of their senses. What will be the outcome in the society of these things? What their senses will? do or act when we will put forth this idea before them. So interaction, love, affection, enthusiasm, and patriotism is seen through whatsoever you speak. That has to be analyzed. Even I am speaking, that has to be analyzed and must be analyzed. I am ready for that. And one must be ready for any sort of analyzation. What you put forth before the masses, it has to be analyzed. All you who are listening to me are analyzing at the same time. Inwardly, you are visualizing me. And one day, when I'll come to satsang, the importance of satsang, you will come to know. So I am moving slowly and steadily towards the importance of satsang. Till then, I am silent. I am not making any sort of delusion in your minds and in your surti. So your patriotism, compassion, and empathy at the same moment. Then people will rush to you for some sort of help. They say he is very sympathetic person. He is a person of dignity. He has got the emotions of love. So naturally, they will start coming to you. And slowly and steadily, they will be very free with you. So social contact is also very important. Then comes intellectual happiness. Some people, they don't interact with the masses. They remain within themselves. They are very intellectual, just like judges of Supreme Court, judges of High Court, IS officers, top rank engineers, top rank politicians. They, doctors, politicians, doctors, and religious preachers, they come in this intellectual happiness. This is the fourth. Originate from critical appreciation of art and literature, creativity, scientific discovery, or discourses, leadership, decisions making, and problem solving. They come to the previous three were working at worker level. This fourth is cream level, those who are at the top. That is why we say chief engineer. When a person reaches to that very level, he is taken to help in each and every activity of that very field. A renowned doctor, he is called and suggestions are being sought. Similarly is the case with top ranking lawyers. Their suggestions, their collaboration is needed all the times. Similar is the case with the religious preachers. In the field of spiritualism, their collaboration is needed. But the tragedy lies here. Only few who have amassed the masses, they are considered to be the intellectuals. Those who remain in isolation, they are considered as fools. Whereas they are not fools. They are the real intellectuals of the whole universe. Just as Kabir Sahib, when he came, nobody paid any attention towards what he is saying. They consider him insignificant. Same is the case with me. People consider he is insignificant. What type of man? He is sitting in a single hall, single room. But he is not meeting with the masses. What should I do with the masses? What I have to do with them? Why I should waste my precious minutes of my life? Every minute I am devoting for you, not for anybody else. Satpurush doesn't need anything. He's full of. This God doesn't need anything. He's full of. Ad Shakti doesn't need anything. She's full of. And for whom I am talking? For you all. You may be intellectuals. You may be bureaucrats. You may be politicians. But still you need my guidance and help. So this is, then comes higher happiness. I will not be in a position to complete this. I can simply initiate this topic. Higher happiness starts when you start giving and not taking anything from anybody of the universe. When you stop taking anything from anybody and you are ready to give whatsoever is with you, it is not the question of money. It is not the question of your thoughts and ideas. It is the question of what you possess inwardly. That is most precious thing. And I do possess the inner core of my surati, which is very precious. It is ignited, it is full of glory, it has maintained its link with the whole of the universe, including fourth law. My surati is going directly from this planet, Earth, to Satlok. It is reaching back, resonating back to Satpurush. It is coming from him and resonating it back. This is a resonance tube. Waves are coming from there. They are striking with my surti with the same frequency. They are sent back to Satlok. So, you have to be very careful that fifth, higher happiness is only you have to sacrifice everything of yours without any wish, desire, motive, not outwardly but inwardly, which is well visualized by God, by Adi Shakti and Satpurush. They do visualize your action fully well. You are open book before them. You can befool the masses, but none can befool this Gadabhai, and none can befool God, none can befool Adi Shakti, and none can befool Param.